Lesson 7. Editing a worksheet. Editing and changing the layout of worksheet is very simple and easy. You can edit a worksheet in a number of ways, like changing the entire contents, copying and moving data, inserting or deleting rows and columns. You can even add more data and edit its contents. You can change the font size, colors, and patterns of text within a cell in a worksheet. In Excel, you often need to select a group of cells so that you can perform any action on them. You can select them in any of the following ways. To select a row action, click on any row number. To select a column action, click on any cell heading. To select entire worksheet action, press Ctrl+A. To select arrange action, hold down the Shift key and click on adjacent cell. To select non-adjacent cells action, hold down Ctrl key and click on any other cell. Changing cell contents. The characters and numbers that you type in Excel is seen in two places, that is in cell and in formula bar. We can also use enter button in place of enter key in order to enter the typed contents. The two buttons cancel and end replacing cell contents. You can directly edit the cell contents and get them replaced with a new entry by default. Open a new worksheet and type data given in the adjacent figure. Activate the cell D9 by clicking on it. Now type 56 in that cell and press enter key. Note that the previous value 65 is replaced with 56. Similarly, try to change the content of other cells. We can also edit the cell contents in the following way. To change the contents of a cell, select the cell and then click on the formula bar where you want to insert characters. Now, make modifications in the formula bar. To turn on overtype mode, press insert key from the keyboard. The existing characters are replaced by new characters while you type. Tip: when overtype mode is turned on, OVR is displayed on the status bar. Overtype mode can be turned on or off only when you are in edit mode. Using edit mode. Now select the cell D9 in order to edit. Double click the cell. Formula bar displays the data. Within the cell, the insertion point will blink. Note that the edit mode is indicated at the right side of the status bar. You can change the contents by positioning the pointer at the desired place. Now press enter key. In the current cell, the changes will be entered. Observe that the mode indicator gets changed into ready mode. Note: select the cell and press F2 key in order to edit the cell contents. At the end of the cell content, the cursor will blink. Place apostrophe before the number in order to enter numbers as text. The digit will be understood as text. Type the number in order to enter date or time in a cell. Now, click on Format, then Cell. Click on Date or Time in the category list box on the Number tab. Separate the date and time with a space in order to enter date and time in a cell. Using Undo and Redo feature. After making modifications in a cell, you may wish to cancel the changes and retrieve the previous data. To revert the last steps, use Undo button on the standard toolbar or click Edit, then Undo option. For undo, use the shortcut key Ctrl+Z. For redo actions, use the shortcut key Ctrl+Y. But it is not true for every action. Some actions can't be undone, like clicking any command on the file menu. If an action cannot be undone, the undo command gets changed into can't undo. Some actions, such as using a function in a cell, can't be replaced. If you can't repeat the last action, the redo command changes into can't redo. Inserting columns and rows. In a worksheet, you can insert blank cells, rows, or columns. Inserting a column. To insert a single column, select the column or cell immediately to the right of cell where you want to insert the new column. For example, to insert a column to the left of column C, click a cell in column C and choose Insert, then Columns option. Excel inserts blank column left to the column C and shifts the entries of column C to D. Select the same number of columns in order to insert multiple columns. In order to insert non-adjacent columns, hold down the Control key while selecting non-adjacent columns. By selecting the row and then choosing Insert, then Rows option, you can insert a row. Copying and moving data. Copying refers to duplicating data, that is, text, numbers, formula, either on the same worksheet or in the different worksheets. Moving refers to changing the position of data from one place to another, either on the same worksheet or in different worksheet. Use the cut, copy, and paste commands in order to move or copy data. These commands use Windows clipboard. Copying and pasting data. Select the cell or a range of cells you want to copy. Let's say B7 colon D7. Click on the copy button on the standard toolbar. The moving dashed line will appear around the selected cells. Select the cell F11 and click on Paste button present on the standard toolbar. The text will be copied to new location. Click on Paste button again if you want to place data repeatedly. Note: to remove the moving border after you finish copying, press Escape key. Moving data around. The placement of data does not seem to be appropriate sometimes, but you do not need to delete the data and retype it. Data can be moved around the worksheet with the help of Excel using drag and drop method. Select a cell or range of cells. At the edge of the selected cells, position your mouse pointer. Observe that the pointer changes from a white cross symbol to an arrow. After dragging the selected cell to a new destination, release the mouse button. This will move to a new location. Tips: in order to open shortcut menu, click right mouse button on the cell. Select cut command and then paste command to move the cell contents. Using auto fill feature. In order to copy cell contents, Excel has provided a wonderful feature. In order to automatically fill data in cells, autofill is the easiest method. In cell B1, type January. At the lower right corner of the cell, place the pointer. The mouse pointer will be changed into a thin black plus cross. By holding down the left mouse button, drag the fill handle up to cell B5. Now release the button. In the cells B2 to B5, the months February to May would appear. Tips: if the source cell contains text, a number, a formula, day, or a month, the autofill feature copies the source cell to the destination cells. Points for review. By default, you can edit the cell contents directly and replace them with a new entry. In order to modify the contents in a cell, you can either double-click or use formula bar. The cell contents can also be modified using F2 key. You will have to begin the entry with apostrophe in order to make the entry of digits as text. Microsoft Excel treats date and time as numbers. The appearance of date and time on a worksheet depends on the number format applied to the cell. Use Ctrl+C, Ctrl+X and Ctrl+V key combinations respectively in order to copy, cut and paste the data.